Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On second down, here's Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A first down carry for Henry. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Jackson going to change things up a bit. To throw is Jackson. Looking to throw on second down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he gets it down to the 32. That one, a first down pickup of 8. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And that's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
Now a dump off here complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield. They're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 6. toss play to Robinson. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back?
What?
That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A first carry for Tyler Algier. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Here's Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd and 9. Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
That is caught. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This kick to shatter the NFL record, a 69-yard attempt. And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss. He's past the 30. He's past the 30, and he will be taken down here, and that's certainly not how you draw it up. A clever idea, I guess, to try to return the missed field goal, but it's going to wind up costing him yardage. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there in the return. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
On 2nd, here's Algier. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Looking to throw, Penix. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The rookie from Washington putting it right where he needs to. He's got his guys a 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good try.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation. Take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 33, here's 2nd and a yard. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Tucker now for the extra point. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some... A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They set up the screen to Hill. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, Henry. 54 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it out of the gun with Hill. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, defense, let's go.
Henry up the middle. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A big opportunity to tie it with 3 or take the lead with a touchdown. Their defense definitely did their part with that pivotal 4th down stop. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. And looking to throw, Penix. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Well, you need your best play here, no doubt. 4th down and 8. On the bootleg, it's Penix. London holds this one in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Here's 2nd down. Looking for London on the out route complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 37. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need him to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes a correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the 1st down with his legs instead.
Here we go. 1st and goal. Robinson is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore. It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Dancing to his left. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense holds on the night's opening drive. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry, and he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Henry. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Jackson now. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37. Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. Derrick Henry all alone. He may go. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, 68 yards. And the Ravens have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. They'll roll him out right. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't he? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates so much concentration on him, it should open up things for you.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Inside handoff, Henry. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. One quarter in the books, 8-3, our score. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. To throw is Jackson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On third down, here's Mitchell. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. Down the left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 72 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right.
There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens.
A great effort there with an amazing diving catch. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
This is our time.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw.
He's going to look downfield for Henry. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They go play action with Jackson, rolling to his right. And that's caught inside the 35. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
They run over center with Mitchell. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Pass incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On second down, Jackson being chased out left. Touchdown!
Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews
as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
We just saw one of the benefits of a quarterback having mobility. Scrambled around, kept the play alive, and then found a receiver open downfield for a touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On second down, here's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.